Welcome to the monthly meditation. This is David and Deborah, and we're so glad you could join us. And now, before we begin, let us close our eyes and let the worries, the concerns of the day just fall away. Whatever it is, release it and let it go. And take this time to set your intentions for what you would like to receive during this meditation while Deborah plays the Tibetan Heart Bowl. And when you are ready, bring yourself back.
Well, welcome back to the monthly meditation. David and I are so glad that you are here. It's so important that we get together and meditate together because as we do, more things can happen that could not be possible with just meditating by ourselves. More things clear, more things happen. So it's so important to be able to be together, even if we're not physically together, that we can be together in spirit and sharing the energies and helping ourselves on our spiritual journey. And as we do that, we help others on their spiritual journey as well. So this month's meditation is called Shifting Our Perspective. This meditation is a follow on to the post that David did earlier this week called Surrendering to Higher Guidance, and also to my video post that I put out earlier this week, All Is Well. And in those two posts, we had in Surrendering to Higher Guidance, you connect to your higher self and surrendering to your higher self and living your life from that. And in the All Is Well video, you realize that everything is okay, that it is all okay, everything is well. So this meditation, it kind of incorporates both of those together, where we connect to our high self and perceive our life from our high self's perspective. So we are facing many challenges in the world and in our life right now. There are many changes happening in our life and on earth at this time. These changes are causing disruptions in our personal and social environment. Some of us may be hunkering down into survival mode, causing us to alter our physical behaviors and emotional outlook. We may be feeling fear, hopelessness, anxiety, or that all is lost. These emotions are the realm of psychological primal forces and subconscious programming. Our perspective determines what we see. It also creates our reality and the world around us. If we see what is happening from the world's perspective and are focusing on fear, limitation, or sense of lack, we create more of that in our lives. These lower emotions block our ability to be aware of our connection to our high self and the divine. It is important for us to remember who we truly are. We are powerful spiritual beings living in a physical body on this earth. We chose to be here at this exact moment in time. Everything that is happening right now is part of the divine plan. From the world's perspective, it looks like everything is bleak. But from the high self and the divine's perspective, all is well and perfect in the world. We have to choose which perspective we want. By choosing our high self, divine's perspective, we are able to help the earth and all those on the earth during this time of transition. As we choose to help others by sharing our light and love, we are also helping ourselves on our spiritual journey. Shifting and living our life from our high self divine's perspective will enable us to feel a sense of peace, love, joy, and fulfillment in our life, no matter what is happening. So what can we do to help us shift our perspective? When we realize that we are not living our life from our high self divine's perspective, we can do the following steps. Become aware of our connection to our high self and the divine. Acknowledge the lower emotions that we are experiencing. Ask our high self, guides, and/or the divine the reasons why we are experiencing these lower emotions. Thank the lower emotions for the lessons they have taught us, and then let them go. Ask our high self divine to show us what is happening in our life right now from their perspective. Say the following affirmation: I consciously choose to shift my perspective to my high self, the divine's perspective. Then envision our life living from our high self, divine's perspective. And then thank our high self. So these are some of the things that we can do, and you may find other things that may help you to remember to shift and see things from your high self's perspective. So during this meditation, you will be going to your special place of beauty, where you will spend time enjoying its fragrance and splendor. You will then become aware of your connection to your high self and the divine. The divine will then show you any lower emotions that that are impeding your ability to experience joy, peace, love, and happiness in your life. You are then encouraged to acknowledge these lower emotions, and then the divine will show you the lessons you are to learn from these lower emotions. You will thank the lower emotions for the lessons they have taught you. The divine will then place you in a shower of iridescent golden light that cleanses you of all lower emotions. You will then be shown what is happening in your life from the divine's perspective. The divine will then encourage you to say the following affirmation: I consciously choose to shift my perspective to my high self, the divine's perspective. You will then envision your life from this new perspective. There will be a time of silence where you can experience living your life from your high self, divine's perspective. All right, so now let's go ahead and start the meditation. Relax as you sit comfortably in your chair. Your energy flows more smoothly if your legs and arms are not crossed. And close your eyes. Inhale deeply and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Breathe normally in between deep breaths. Feel your body begin to relax. Any tension just flows away. Inhale deeply again and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. You become aware of the joy, peace, and calm that completely surrounds you. Tranquility permeates your being. Inhale deeply one more time and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Feel yourself going deeper as your body begins to tingle as each muscle relaxes. Feel the warmth of blood filling the capillaries and spreading throughout your body. I am going to count backwards from 15 to 1 as you go even deeper. 15, 14, 13, 12, going deeper. 11, 10, 9, 8, deeper and deeper. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now extremely relaxed, safe, secure, and comfortable. Your body is floating in a state of complete calm and peace. All is well as you feel the warmth of love surround you. Imagine yourself in your special place of beauty. You might be wandering through a forest, smelling the scent of the trees, tiptoeing through an enchanted jungle, rambling alongside a quiet stream, exploring the mountaintops, walking by the ocean and feeling the sand beneath your feet, or sitting quietly in a beautiful meadow, inhaling the sweet aroma of wildflowers. You become aware that there is a connection between you and a being of light. You realize that it is your high self, your being's connection with the divine, your God self. This magnificent being of light is your higher nature. You begin to notice that activating energetic lines of light are flowing from the body of your high self and connecting to the corresponding place on your physical body. You continue to notice more and more energetic connections, and you begin to realize that you are filled with intense white light. Take a moment to fully feel this connection to your high self. You are now completely aware of your connection to the high self and radiating brilliant white light. The energetic lines allow you to communicate through the many connections to your high self. These energetic connections between your body and your high self are there to support your spiritual growth and keep you continuously grounded and spiritually and emotionally centered. You are full of joy, happiness, and peace. Take a few moments to commune with your high self. Now become aware of your connection to the divine. As you become more aware of your connection, you feel divine love permeating your whole being. You are radiating divine love from the center of your being, and you begin to feel the connection to the universe and all of creation. You are completely aware of your connection to the divine, the universe, and all of creation. Take a few moments to experience that connection. You become aware of yourself being lifted into a higher dimension, a higher place of being. The energies of your being start to quicken, then to raise in frequency and intensity. You are moving upward, higher and higher, through the layers and octaves of higher etheric planes. Suddenly it feels as though you have traversed through a hidden dimensional veil, one that feels dreamily familiar. Your being feels as though it has risen to such a height that time and space no longer have the same meaning, if they have any meaning at all. Take a few moments to become accustomed to this higher plane, this unique place. The divine encourages you to notice any lower emotions that are affecting your ability to experience joy, peace, love, and happiness in your life. The divine then asks you to acknowledge these lower emotions. You are shown by the divine the lessons you are to learn from these lower emotions. You thank the lower emotions for the lessons they have taught you. The divine then places you in a shower of iridescent golden light that cleanses you of all lower emotions that are impeding your spiritual growth. As you are being filled and cleansed by the iridescent golden light, your mental, emotional, etheric, and astral bodies and other bodies beyond your awareness are being cleared, cleansed, and aligned. As your energetic bodies are cleared and cleansed, your chakras are simultaneously cleared, pulsating and vibrating brightly. Feel the healing love as lower emotions in your energetic bodies begin to dissolve and disappear. All of your energetic bodies and chakras are resonating in harmony with one another. You feel as though your whole being has been freed, released, and uplifted. The divine then shows you what is happening in your life from its perspective. You are asked to say the following affirmation: I consciously choose to shift my perspective to my high self, the divine's perspective. The divine encourages you to envision your life from your high self, divine's perspective. You begin to see and understand your life from this new perspective. Notice the feelings that you are experiencing. As you continue to see, understand, and feel your life from your high self, divine's perspective, you realize and know that all is well and perfect in your life and in the world. Now spend some time in silence, fully experiencing living your life from your high self divine's perspective. You become aware of the divine and your connection to your high self. You thank the divine and all who assisted in the cleansing and clearing of lower emotions from your being, and for being able to see and live your life from your high self, the divine's perspective. The divine gives you a special blessing. You become aware of yourself once again in your special place of beauty. When you are ready, project yourself back to the outer world, fully connected and integrated with your high self and the divine, feeling balanced, free and released, aligned, centered, and grounded. You're able to see and live your life from your high self, the divine's perspective, and you know that all is well in your life. You are aware of the guidance and wisdom in your life and are filled with a sense of peace, love, joy, and harmony. Return gently to the outer world. And for those of you who like to journal, you can stop the recording and take a few moments to journal what you experienced during the meditation. This is really a helpful practice to get into if you're not doing this now, because it helps you to bring all this information back to your consciousness and to put it on paper so that you can remember and it becomes part of your life. All right, well, welcome back from the meditation. And because our auras are so poofy and we're wide open and receiving, as we go out into the world, we need to protect ourselves and reground ourselves so that we can be in the world again. So You can stand if you would like, or you can just sit in your chair or wherever you're at, and we'll do the grounding exercise. So imagine a bubble around your auric field, however wide you see it. Just place a bubble all the way around it, and then fill it with white light from above. This white light is a protection. It doesn't allow any discordant energies to enter into your bubble, into your etheric field or auric field. And then place a thin layer of indigo blue around the outside of that bubble. It's another added layer of protection. The spiritual light of armor, they call it. And now imagine starting from your heart chakra, the width of your auric field, a shaft of light going down through your feet and going into the center of the earth, connecting you to Mother Earth. And then feel that earth energy flowing up through the bottom of your feet and entering into your body and swirling around. This grounds you to Mother Earth. And again, imagine another shaft of light starting at your heart chakra, the width of your auric field, going up through your head, going through the universe, and then anchoring into the center of creation. And then feel that energy from the divine, from the Creator, flowing down through your crown chakra and into your body and mixing with that earth energy. And then continue on flowing through your feet and then also anchoring into the center of the earth. That connects us to Mother Earth, and we are also connected to the divine. We are walking the path of the masters, being able to be on the earth but not of the earth, to be grounded and centered but also connected to the divine at the same time. And we thank the divine, we thank our high selves, we thank our guides, and we thank the countless beings that have been here tonight with us, clearing us, guiding us, connecting us to our high selves and divine, and helping us to see what's really happening from the divine's perspective, our high self perspective, and to know that all is well, that things are part of the divine plan, this perfect plan that we are experiencing in our life. And we know that we are here and have been chosen to be here and have decided to be here so that we can continue on our spiritual journey and our growth and also to help others so that they may also find their connection and be able to find what their purpose in their life is as well. And now I'd like to play the flute, my Sandhill Crane flute, which is the flute that I play when I want to remind myself to dance the dance of life, to be part of life, and that we are to have fun, and we are to dance, be joyful and happy. So namaste, go with the blessings of the divine, and until we meet again, have a blessed time, and a blessed the rest of your day or night.